Man, what's going on with y'all? Welcome to the Uncut segment. We have our wonderful goats in the building. Tim for the Tim Sports Talk. And Jared in the corner. Jared's corner. And your host here, your boy Protest Sports from the Protest Sports Network. And we back with another episode, man. Let's get it. So we're going to get right into this, man. We already know who these two wonderful people are. We're going to get smack into the topics. We don't waste no time. Let's go. So, man, almost everyone was at the Washington Commanders public practice on Saturday, and we have some standouts. So we're going to start with my man Jairus on the right. Who were your standouts at the FedEx Field practice? And we'll talk about a certain wide receiver in a moment. But who were your standouts at the Saturday practice, bro?
A stand out. I wouldn't say outs. A stand out is Markin Michelle. Made it in the video. If you're a receiver and you catch my eye, that means something. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know where he came from. But I've been hearing a lot about him. I've just brushed him off. But after seeing that deep catch that he had, which was fairly impressive because it was a contested catch, you know, Cam Sims might need to be up out of here because I like Dax more than I like Cam Sims. Okay. Cam Sims can go. He barely gets any playing time. And when he is there, he ends up dropping a pass, or he just is not open, or he's just out there blocking. Okay. Markin Michelle's out here making plays. If you can get open, I like you. Markin Michelle is the standout for me.
I completely agree with number 19 being a standout. Markle Michelle, is that how you say it?
Markin Michelle, yeah.
Markin Michelle.
He's Sonny Michelle's little brother.
Yeah, because I didn't know who he was before the practice, but yeah, he had a great day. I think he also scored a touchdown early, like in the red zone, if I remember correctly. But he also did well in the one-on-ones.
Caught the howl pass, yeah. It was him.
Yeah, so he had a great day, and then as Jairus mentioned, that deep shot. The other guy that I thought stood out pretty well was actually a linebacker, which I was pleased to see, and it's actually a guy Jairus really liked coming out of college, out of the University of Illinois, Milo Eifler. And the one-on-ones with J.D. McKissick, who was our best pass-blocking running back, he just ran right through him to get to the quarterback. And when they went one-on-ones in coverage, he did the best probably out of all the linebackers in covering whoever he was going against, running with whoever was going deep down the field, also seeing guys get out of cuts, and he was sticking right with them. So I was pleased with Milo Eifler, and he could be somebody that maybe can get some good minutes there at the linebacker spot. And hopefully he plays out some special teams or something, help him get on the team. If not, just get a rotational role at linebacker because there's not much ahead of him other than Jamin and Cole. So I was pleased with Milo Eifler. Outside of that, there was actually just guys that didn't have a great day. Like Jahan had 2 drops in one-on-ones. Terry had a drop in one-on-ones. Benjamin St. Juste got toasted by whoever he was guarding, which I was disappointed to see. I was hoping to see somebody that really shut down whoever he was going against. But another guy that just stood out, which doesn't need to really be mentioned because everybody knows him. But number 31, he flashes, man. You watch practice, Cameron Curl, he's all over the place. And I remember Jairus early on his rookie year was like, Cam Curl is great. He's going to be one of the best safeties in the league. And I was like, let's relax. He's a 7th round pick. Let's not get out ahead of ourselves. Like, I know he's playing good, but but he has proved Jairus right time in and time out. So love to see that for Cameron Curl. So those are my main takeaways or main standouts, I should say. And then Cole Kelly was amazing. That's why he got cut. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so there's that.
Funny. That was funny.
There is that.
All right, so before we get to the next topic, I will interject real quick, and I'm gonna give you one standout that no one was talking about.
Okay.
What about Dax Milne?
Dax Milne, he was one of those guys that beat Benjamin St. Juste on the one-on-one. He was looking good.
Oh,
yeah. Caught everything that came his way.
He gave him the touch. Got him together. So shout out to Dax Milne. But yeah, let's get to the next topic at hand. Carson Wentz's accuracy concerns. Ron Rivera had a press conference after practice today, and they were pressing him out about Carson Wentz's inaccuracy issues. And he said it's an issue, but it's not a big issue to me. I think it's something he can fix very quickly and move on with his life. I will start with Tim on this. What are your thoughts on Carson Wentz's inaccuracy concerns? Is it a big deal? No big deal? Is it all cap or no cap? What are your thoughts?
So, training camp to me, I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's practice. We shouldn't freak out about practice. But the one thing is, he did seem like he was forcing a lot of things to me. And some people were like, oh, he's trying new things in practice or this, that, whatever, which I'm fine with that theory, other than the fact that when Carson Wentz was asked this prior to training camp starting of, hey, during training camp, do you like to try to maybe throw balls that are not maybe the most smart, but you want to see something on tape and whatnot? And he was like, during mini camp and OTAs, I'll do some of those things. But once training camp comes around, I just try to be polished and put my best foot forward. And if that's going to be his best foot forward, that's not great. Because I think Rico actually put the stats out there. I think he was 3 for 10 in the original team drills, and then on the final drive, I think he went 6 for 10, which is okay, or which is like bare minimum is 60% of what you want as a quarterback. It's not great. So on the day, he was 9 for 20, and at practice, you would like to see much more cleanness out of him. But it seemed like he was trying to force things in, like the Jahan Dotson throw. While yes, it completed, so it looked great, was nearly tipped by the linebacker. Like he was really trying to force things in there. And that is a little bit concerning because those are the tipped drills or interceptions that could pop up for him. But go ahead, Jairus.
I was to say that's not concerning to me. Like that pass Jahan Dotson was beautiful. If anything, I want to see more of that. He's still, filling it out. He's never played with a group of receivers like this before. That fast, that dynamic, which is why him and Terry has literally no kind of connection at all whatsoever, which is why the inaccuracies are the way they are. I'm not worried about this dude because when the game time roll around, I think he's going to be just fine. I'm not reading into none of this crap like at all. Like I said, I don't take no stock in this. Inaccuracy doesn't bother me at all whatsoever. They'll figure.
What if we get to the first preseason game and he comes out looking?
He's going to look amazing in the first preseason game. That's what's going to happen. Everybody will shut up.
He's going to look amazing. That's your prediction.
He's going to look amazing, and everybody's going to come out and say, "Oh, no!" And I'm telling y'all this right now. Everybody will shut up. It's not a big deal. I think one of the things he needs to learn more. Well, it's not a chemistry thing with Terry. Just throw it up to him. That's the problem. It's not rocket science. Okay.
Up to him.
Exactly. Just throw the crap up. That deep ball to Kendall Fuller, that was just way out of reach. That was one of them Taylor Heineke passes that he threw it inside. He should have put it outside.
Yeah.
To give him a chance. If he put it outside, Terry or just would have throw it up so Terry can jump for it, not out in front of the cornerback.
Yeah.
That's one of the things he needs to learn. But outside of that, I don't really got a problem. I ain't concerned about him. Because you got to think also, even if you are okay, how about this? Couple check downs to get him in rhythm and then get the ball downfield. This not rocket science here. Okay, so he's fine.
Well, they're supposed to be in rhythm the whole he threw how many balls beforehand? Before they even got into team drills? And also 7-on-7s, he didn't look great. But
I mean, some quarterbacks, when they're struggling during the game, you give them a couple short passes to get them in rhythm, and then they get hot. Build their confidence up, move the chains, then they start to sling the jump downfield. That's what he probably needs right now.
Yeah, especially once we get into a real game situation where the checkdowns actually mean something. Because right now, I think it doesn't feel like you
He's
made
trying
any
to
progress.
get game chemistry with the receivers, primarily Terry.
And his 3 starting tight ends are out as well, even though Amari Rodgers didn't play bad.
And that's true, too, the tight ends. But I think the whole Terry seems pissed off to me when I look at the press conferences. He seems frustrated, but I'm
impressed that Terry's becoming more of a vocal leader. I think that's interesting because he's always been the quiet dude and kind of just letting his work be the leadership kind of thing. But apparently this offseason, after he's getting his big payday, he's a much more of a vocal leader,
because he wants that ball now. He don't want them to say we paid him too much or something. He know what it is. He want to be the best receiver in the league, but he can't do that. If he's not getting the ball.
Right. But overall, I just say, the inaccuracy issues is met right now. It's just training camp. Hopefully that doesn't translate into week 1.
It's just something that I want to point out with Carson Wentz's career. If you guys really notice about Carson, he's really great at throwing routes that are in the middle of the field, but throwing outside of numbers, he really struggles. That's something I have noticed with Carson throughout his whole career in Philadelphia and in Indianapolis. So it might be something that just might not be his strength for throwing the football, throwing outside the numbers, even with his arm strength. So that's something I really want to point out real quick. But I do feel both guys coming from.
Get him on the move.
Yeah, I think he'll do it in the regular season.
They're making him too stationary. Right now. Use his athleticism to your advantage.
They'll do it in the regular season, I believe. I just think
they're making him a little too stationary right now. Get him out open space.
It's preseason. You want to keep it kind of vanilla. That's all. That's it. So all right, we have a Jairus video that dropped today, and it was talking about our standout receiver during the practice in Marquette Michelle and his progression throughout OTAs and now camp, and a certain guy that's the odd man out that we're going to talk about in this next part of the segment. And that odd man out is Cam Sims, according to Jairus. So I'm going to start with Tim on this one. And the question is, does Marquette Michelle make this roster, number 1? Number 2, who is your odd man out if he did make the roster, and why? If it is Cam Sims, how would you feel about it? Start with Tim.
I haven't been a Cam Sims fan for quite some time, like ever since the preseason where he exploded that everybody fell in love with. And then the final game, he had 3 drops. And before that, even those amazing plays were all body catches. He has obviously won, I think, the coaching staff because of he's shown up in big moments. The playoff game of the Tampa Bay where he had like 100 yards. Unfortunately, he didn't have that drop, though. Then you had the one-handed catch against Pittsburgh to help ice that game out. He's shown up, of course, the Trayvon Diggs touchdown catch over Trayvon, which was awesome. So I think he continues to make this team. I just don't see any way of him actually being eliminated, even though I like Kelvin Harmon more. But Kelvin Harmon's like 6'2", 6'3" instead of a 6'5" body. I would love to see Kelvin Harmon make this team in his place. The problem with Mark and Michael, he's going to have to beat out Alex Erickson or Michelle, not Michael. Sorry, Michelle. You said it was Sony Michelle's brother like 20 times, and I still call him Michael. Mark and Michelle. He's going to have to beat out Alex Erickson. And I didn't see, I don't remember.
Was he at? We'll beat him out for what? Where is he at? He wasn't out there making no plays.
Alex Erickson is your punt returner.
Put Jared Patterson back there. I don't care. You don't keep no punt returner on the roster. Get him out of here.
Put Mark and Michelle back there. I'm trying to remember. Do I remember him even receiving punts or not during practice? I can't remember. Mark and Michelle. I would love to see him make the team that way and be our 7. I think we're going to end up keeping 7 receivers. I just find it hard to get down to 6.
Time out on play. So
what?
This might be null and void. Apparently, I have a comment here from Roger Smith saying that he got cut. I don't know if it's true.
No,
we're gonna look this up right now.
I'm looking it up. No way.
That's cap. I don't think he got cut, bro.
It still says for Washington. No way he got cut. There's no way. He's messing with us. Markin's not going to get cut. He didn't get cut. He's lying. Okay. Lying in the chat. Come on. just because he's not a part of the RSO. Get out of here, Roger. But no, I would love to see him find a way to make this team because, yeah, he did flash on the field several times throughout practice. I constantly saw number 19 and thought he is playing extremely well. He's going to have to beat out Alex Erickson and Dax Milne. I think that's his lane because Cam Sims is a big body receiver. He's a different beast. Like, they're not going to cut Cam Sims to keep Mark and Michelle when you already have Terry McLaurin at 6 foot, Jahan Dotson at 5'11", Curtis Samuel at 5'10", De'Ami Brown at 6 foot. Like, if you're really, it's Kelvin Harmon and Cam Sims fighting for a spot to be the big body or receiver, unless they just go ahead and get rid of all their big body receivers and just say, hey, Cole Turner, John Bates, Logan Thomas, you're our big body guys. We're going to just get rid of all of our big body receivers. I don't think so. So I think they're going to keep 7 receivers. Of course, Terry, Jahan, De'Ami, Curtis. So those 4 for sure. I think your 5th one is Cam Sims, so I don't think he's eliminated. And then 6th is a fight between Dax Milne, Mark and Michelle, Alex Erickson, and Kelvin Harmon.
Kelbo.
I think 2 out of the 4 there make this team. And if I were to predict it, I think it's Mark and Michelle and Kelvin Harmon. I think Dax Milne gets the boot.
No, I don't want that.
I think that's it. Except for the fact that Dax Milne was drafted. That's one. He does have that over Mark and Michelle.
He gets open.
He's solid, man. I wouldn't be mad if he made the team. It's a competitive room. Like, somebody good is going to get cut. That's the problem.
That Cam Sims, he had enough tries. It's time to go.
Well, he's played well in those tries, though. That's the problem.
Where?
I don't like to say it.
He's had moments.
I don't care about moments. That don't mean nothing to me. Look.
You were the biggest Cam Sims fan. Look. You kept arguing with me. Nah, I know receivers. Cam Sims needs to make this team. And you
who did we have at the time?
No, you were acting like he was the future. You were mad at the thought that we were going to trade him.
No, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, 211 yards receiving last year. What am I going to do with that? I'm good. Bye.
All right. I just don't see it. I think they love him.
De'Ami Brown last year.
Yo, if we keep De'Ami, Jahan, Kelvin, Terry, Mark and Michelle, Dax Milne, Curtis Samuel, I think that's awesome. I don't see it. I really don't.
Jared, go ahead, Jared. Speak your piece, sir.
What he said?
You said Cam Sims the odd man out. Please explain why.
Because it's time for him to go. He had enough chances. Like, bye. You got some hungry young guns up in there. Like, we don't need him.
I haven't heard any pleasant reviews from Cam Sims and Camp even. So, I've heard a lot more about Mark and Michelle.
Man, put Markin up in there. If you like Cam Sims that much, put him on practice squad.
Is he even eligible for practice squad? How does practice squad work again? I can't remember.
Veterans are now eligible now.
Oh, really?
And the COVID protocols.
Throw him on practice squad. He be all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Cam Sims is gonna make this team. They love that boy for some reason. He's a great special teams player. They love him. I personally, my personal take, real quick. I know this is a debate show between these two goats over here, but my quick opinion is that I think that Mark and Michelle should make this team. I like what he brings to the table. Dax Milne is going to make this team. I don't care if no one says. Dax Milne is making this team.
I want to say this. Preseason is going to tell a lot because they got Sam Howell thrown to them. Some people going to eat.
Somebody going to eat. Right.
Some people going to eat. So that wide receiver competition is definitely going to come down to the wire.
I will say this about Alex Erickson.
What?
He did not stand out as number 86.
Well, good.
To me.
86.
He didn't stand out as like a guy that was really has a chance to make this team. And he doesn't look like a extreme great returner either. So I'm not. If he doesn't make the team, I wouldn't be surprised.
And he old as dirt. Get him out of here.
29, 7 years in the league.
Yeah, man, get that bum up out of here.
Keep the youth.
We should have took that money and gave it back to DeAndre Carter. That's what we should have did.
True. Facts.
He gonna eat in LA this year. But let's get back to what the Commanders talk has now been put to the close.
Well, did you want to answer these 2 questions that you had highlighted?
Sure. I do have these highlighted. I can answer this one. So, what are your thoughts on Sam Howell so far in training camp? I'll go ahead and answer this very quickly. You 2 want to answer, you guys can definitely do so. He's been solid. He's had his moments where he's thrown some interceptions. He's a rook. I'm not surprised. As it comes with the territory of being a rook, you're going to make some mistakes. But the arm talent is there. It's way more than Taylor Heineke. Might be more than Carson Wentz. Spicy. But he's solid.
Sam Howell in training, or at least what I watched of practice on Saturday. So I haven't been at training camp, and it's hard to judge based on just a couple of clips that people are sharing. But what I saw in training camp is a guy that still had a lot to learn. He looked a little happy foot back there in the pocket. Especially on that blitz drill. It's not terrible. Like, I don't think it's not like he doesn't belong. But he is a month in, not even 2 weeks into training camp. And he had some OTAs in mini camp. He's got a lot of time, a lot of room to grow. And he has all the time in the world because Carson Wentz the clear starter. Taylor Heineke's the clear backup right now because we're trying to win now. We're not going to throw a rook in there if Carson Wentz goes down for 2, 3, 4 weeks. We're going to continue with Taylor Heineke. I like Sam Howell. I was so happy that we got him in the 5th round. I thought that was a steal, but he's a rookie and he has a lot of room to grow. But that's what I saw from him.
I saw some good things from Sam though. My quick thoughts outside of what Tim has seen, I watched Sam Howell in person, so I can be a little bit more of a deeper judge. Like I said, the arm talent is there. He knows how to get the ball out quickly. The release is solid. I think he gets a little happy-footed during the blitz drills, as we saw on Saturday. He got a little happy-footed when the blitz was coming. But outside of that, he does have a lot to learn. But I think the learning curve is not as long as other people think. Jerris?
Sam Howell's fine. Like, I'm not worried about that dude at all. Whenever he does get his chance to start, he'll be a top 10 quarterback. That's how I feel.
Isn't Dax Miller and Patterson returning kicks in the preseason so far? Well, we have not played a preseason game yet, so we can't answer that. So, sorry, can I answer your question there? We had to talk about Gibson's fumbling. Let's just answer this. Tim, please answer.
I got a video on that. I ain't answering that boy jive.
He did. He struggled at practice.
He did
on Saturday. I don't know. I don't think he fumbled at all. But even as simple as he was the first one to go with running routes with Carson Wentz, and they told him what route to run, and he ran the wrong route. Like he was supposed to run a wheel kind of thing, like just to the flat, and he ran like a quick out instead. And then Carson Wentz just like floated the ball up there like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why are you – this is what we do every day in practice. Like, why are you running the wrong route? You're the leader. You're supposed to be doing the right thing. But so I didn't like to see that. I thought Brian Robinson, you hear he's a power back and he broke a ton of tackles and everything. He looked lean and mean, man. Like he does not look like just like a big bouldering power back that you think of like Brandon Jacobs or something like that. He looked like a real athlete. And I thought that was really interesting. Like he could do a lot more than just between the tackles, I think, which I was happy to hear about. I did not like the pick in the 3rd round, but I'm hoping that I'm wrong as usual since he is on this team.
Don't worry, you won't be.
I hope so. But he looked pretty crisp out there, and the look of him was not what I expected seeing him in real life. I thought he would have been more bulky and more of a power back between the tackles, but no, he seemed like a real athlete. So I was happy about that. And Antonio Gibson, he can't put the ball on the ground if he expects to keep that guy away from the starting spot.
Can't put the church's money on the floor. Can't do that. Yep. No sirree. Jared, your thoughts, bro?
Not responding to that nonsense.
Oh my god!
Not responding to that.
Here come Roger with these crazy comments. He should get 200 carries. It should convert to targets. He gonna be RG. He gonna be RB2. All right, my thoughts on Gibby Fumble real quick because I want to keep my thoughts very, very brief because you guys this is your debate show. I'm just the host. So
you're good, man.
Gibby's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about the fumbles. I do think you cannot be running the wrong route on plays.
Let me ask you a question. When Jahan Dotson dropped passes, why nobody talks about that?
I did.
No, not you. Everybody else.
I'm just saying.
So now that I said that, everybody shut up.
I thought about Jahan dropping passes too.
Hold on.
He had 2 drops and he let somebody else knock one out of his hand.
I'm talking about them. So everybody shut up about Gibby's fumbles. Because if you're not going to talk about Jahan Dotson, Mr. Best Hands in the Draft, shut up about Gibby's fumbles. Next topic.
He still the best hands in the draft. But yes, we will talk about his drops from now on. Well, I am going to definitely be talking about his definitely.
So mad.
All right. Well, now we can move on to the
the Commanders talk has now been put to a close.
It was fun.
Let's get to some other news around the NFL because Yuki's already brought it up in the
Gimme.
We will get to Mr. Hunt, Mr. Drama off the field way back in the day. Mr. I am Nick Chubb's backup. I'm tired of being Nick Chubb's backup. Starter again. And he's asked for a trade, and the request was denied. No. Get up out of there, boy. So, do we think he's going to be moved? I will start with Jairus from the corner.
Well, they declined the trade. You know what? Why not? Okay, you have D'Ernest Johnson, who's a freaking animal, who gave you like 160 yards last year in the game. You just drafted Jerome Ford, who's also an animal. What do you need Kareem Hunt for? Yeah, that's stupid. You got running backs everywhere. You got the best O-line in football. Why do you need to keep him? If he wants to leave, you're not going to pay him. Get him off the team. Get a draft pick back for him that you lost in Deshaun Watson's trade. Okay? They're idiots. You know how many teams need a Kareem Hunt, a number 1 running back? And a healthy Kareem Hunt can be a top 10 running back, especially contenders. As many teams are going out for running backs. Like, trade them. Why are you still sitting here on your roster? It's dumb to me. Kareem Hunt needs to go. Ship him to a contender, which you probably don't want to do. So if they ship him, it's probably going to be to the NFC and not the AFC. But ship him away somewhere. That's how I feel about it.
Hunt is not going anywhere. He is staying in Cleveland. And
Hunt's a Buffalo, actually. Shout out AJ for that comment.
No, they just got James Cook. He's a stud.
He's not better than Kareem Hunt.
And then Devin Singletary, and they got Zach Moss. They got some running backs over there.
All I heard was James Cook.
And they're not going to pay Kareem Hunt either because they got other people that they have to pay. But no, he is not going anywhere. Cleveland is all in for this year. They are all in. After this season, they only have 27 players signed and only $8 million left in cap space. They are so screwed after this year because they put way too much money into guys like Deshaun Watson, but they also paid Amari Cooper a ton of money. Of course, they put Myles Garrett has a ton of money. Like 3 guys make over $100 million in a single year for Cleveland. So they are not moving anybody. They are all in for 2022. That's why Deshaun Watson only getting 6 games was so massive for them. And honestly, I think they're rooting for, hey, Deshaun, appeal the crap out of this. Take the suspension next year if you have to. This is our year. Our team is locked and loaded to win now. They got him a true number 1 receiver in Amari Cooper. Like, they have a great players on defense. JOK will be coming back. They have a great safety tandem. This team is ready to win this year. They have to go all in. They're not moving Kareem Hunt for future draft picks because who cares? Kareem Hunt's not going anywhere. He'll have to get a deal next offseason. And God forbid, if anything happened to Nick Chubb, you're going to pray that you still have Kareem Hunt on your team to continue to not lose out. Because, D'Ernest Johnson is not bad. And also they have Felton. Is that who the other guy is? Demetric Felton or something like that. Like, these guys are solid. They are not Kareem Hunt by any stretch of the imagination. Kareem Hunt can do it all. And I know it's sad for him to only make $6 million this season instead of probably, as far as the market is concerned, he probably should be making like 12 or 13 in a season at least. It is what it is. And I think the Browns would be crazy to let him go in this season where they have everything right now to win. We'll see if it actually pans out.
Jairus, your thoughts here about
Kareem Hunt, trade him.
Well, what I said, do you have any disagreement?
Kareem Hunt, trade him. That's what it is. Trade him.
All right, so if I would give my quick 2 cents, I actually see both sides of the spectrum. I do see you getting draft capital in return for an investment that you made a couple years back and a guy that you're probably not going to re-sign next year. I do see that with Jairus, but also do see Tim's argument with going all in now because you're not going to win no time soon after this year with Deshaun Watson, without Deshaun Watson. You have no cap space, and you have hardly any players, and you had no draft picks because you gave everything in the kitchen sink for this fool. They want to keep.
They have what they need. They have the players they need under contract. So that's not a big.
They had the nucleus, yes, but they had no depth.
That's all you need is the nucleus.
Depth to win this league. Injuries happen.
Okay, find a bunch of randoms. Get in where you fit in.
Hey, we saw what that happened with the Washington Commanders last year. We don't want that to happen. Okay.
They did pretty well, actually.
This topic is now over. We will answer a couple of questions about this specific topic real quick before we get out of here.
Oh my God. What? Sorry, real quick, back to the last one. It's even worse than I thought now. Somehow they kicked money back around or something. I don't know what they did, but now the Browns have negative $33 million in cap space next season.
They'd be all right.
And they still have to sign a ton of players. But anyway, sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you one question regarding this topic real quick. Apparently, Hunt fits Kansas City, Atlanta, Buffalo, and I think Tampa Bay, but Washington fits more. Kansas City is not going to tell you about Kareem Hunt. Andy Reid to their head coach. It's not happening. Atlanta does have a great fit because of Desmond Ridder and the fit that we have. They need a running back. Cordell Patterson, our full-time running back. Miss me with that foolishness. Buffalo will sound great, but it would not trade within the conference. I mean, it's absolutely retarded. And Tampa sounds interesting because Leonard Fournette is like 300 pounds. And I don't think he's going to shut that way off anytime soon. And, that sounds very interesting. But Tampa has no cap space either. So about that, in Washington, we do not need him. I still live at Antonio Gibson. We did draft Brian Robinson for a reason. We said J.D. McKissick, and we said Jared Patterson.
Yeah, we're not making that trade. Absolutely not.
Yeah. We're not making a trade for Kareem Hunt, unless it involves Gibby, and I don't want to trade Antonio Gibson. So no, we're done with this topic. So let's get to the next topic at hand, and this one is we're back with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, former MVP, franchise quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. He needs to be paid and paid ASAP. How much Lamar Jackson should be paid per year? And how much guaranteed money should he get overall for his contract? We know Deshaun Watson got $230, which is retarded. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. Josh Allen got $175 guaranteed. Patrick Mahomes got everything in the world guaranteed. These guys are getting paid crazy numbers. All right, this is what it is. Kyler Murray's got $46 per and $160 million guaranteed upon signing of the contract. So, my thoughts. Well, what are you guys' two thoughts on how much Lamar Jackson should get paid annually, and what his guaranteed money should be overall for the contract? I will be starting with Jairus.
6 years, $285. 6 years, $285, $230 guaranteed.
It's like $46 million or something like that.
6 years.
46 per.
That's 47.5 per.
47.5.
Give my man Lamar his money. Give Lamar his money. MVP. You ain't got crap anyway. Josh Allen don't have an MVP. Neither does Kyler Murray. Neither does Deshaun Watson. Give him $285, $230 fully. Get out his face.
And then the Ravens will never win again. So that would be awesome. Like, Lamar Jackson is tremendous. He's arguably the best weapon in football. Okay, he's an incredible athlete, and he could be arguably the best running back in the league that can also throw in the top half of the league. Right? He's a top 15 passer, and then you add those legs, he's arguably the best weapon. It takes way more than one player to win. No team has ever won a Super Bowl with paying a quarterback over 13%.
Well, I guess you got to pay him. Okay, he's not getting paid your little $20 million a year. That's not happening. At the end of the day, it's what should he get paid?
The question
that's the question. What should he get?
What should he get? I'm saying what he should get. I'm saying what he should get. No more than $30 million a year, maybe.
You lost your mind.
That's what he should.
You lost it.
What is he going to get?
That's what he should get. What he's going to get. That's what he should get.
What's the goal here? The goal is to win a championship. If he wants to win a championship, then he should not take $47.5 million.
Listen. No one gives a crap about the organization. He is the organization. Give him his money. Period.
No, the Ravens have been a premier organization way before.
Okay, cool. Trade him.
Do it. It would be brilliant if they did that.
Oh, they'd be 16 every year.
Yeah, because they could probably get the same haul that Deshaun Watson got, and then they could go make some moves, and they could basically they're signing their death sentence of never winning a Super Bowl if they pay him $47.5 million.
A quarterback in next year's draft better than Lamar Jackson.
Just like the Packers are not winning a Super Bowl. I don't think once Pat Mahomes' contract really kicks in, they're not going to be winning a Super Bowl.
Who would they drafted for quarterback that's better than Lamar Jackson coming out?
He doesn't have to be better. They could build a team around him, around whoever it is.
I love it.
And go for it all.
I love it.
They're a running team.
Okay.
Well, right now they're a running team because Greg Roman sucks. Greg Roman is horrible. So they're already not winning a Super Bowl because of how
they've always been a run first team. That's what they built their culture on. That and defense, mainly defense, and run the football.
Right.
So what quarterback is better?
It doesn't have to be better. You got to think about how much he's going to be taking from the cap and how little you could build around him when you're paying all that much money. You're not going to be able to build around him as much. Because who went to the Super Bowl last year? Oh, wait, a second-year quarterback.
He doesn't have money.
And then the other team,
and they still not building crap around
$1 million for Matt Stafford. What's that? What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said.
He doesn't have a contract, and they still haven't gave him crap on offense. Well, I disagree with that. I just think their offensive coordinator is trash.
Well, last year they could have been really, really good. But
I think they have a ton of receivers. They just don't use them.
Right, Rashad Bateman, Hollywood Brown before
Tyler Wallace. They have a boatload of receivers. They just don't use them.
Crochet is not bad.
Mark Andrews is a freaking animal. So they got what they need. They just don't use their wide receivers.
Okay. So, all right. I'm in the argument here. Okay. Mm-hmm. I do see Jarrett's side of it. Hey, he's your franchise quarterback. You need to pay him. And if you're not going to pay him, who the hell are you going to pay? Get that wholeheartedly. Tim's take is very interesting, though.
If your goal is to win a Super Bowl, don't overpay for one player.
That's not overpaying. He's worth the money.
If you're not winning a Super Bowl, then he ain't worth the money.
You two hold it.
That's
if you ain't winning a Super Bowl, you're not worth the money.
I'm gonna start muting y'all. I said hold it. You two. I get it. Okay, I get it. All right, back to what I was saying before you two interrupted the host. Okay. I understand you two are the goats here. But hold on. I do see Tim's point to an extent because you don't want to overpay one player. You don't want a player taking up 25% of the cap. I get that. Mm-hmm. But franchise quarterbacks are harder to find in this league than ever. Okay. You're not going to find Joe Burrow every draft. You're not going to find Justin Herbert every draft. We've seen the 2019 draft. that draft class trash. And we see this 21 draft class didn't start so high.
You're talking about about a franchise that has 2 Super Bowls in the last 22 years with Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco. And we're talking about we have to have a quarterback. We're talking about Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco.
I know.
Okay, well,
I know.
In those times, it was a running league.
Okay,
you need to be able to put up points.
2012 was not a running league.
Okay.
They start throwing the ball more.
Hits for who
Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben was slinging it.
Who was the
Eli Manning?
Who went to Super Bowl that year?
It was Giants versus Patriots, or it was the Ravens versus Niners. One of those two.
Yeah, we saw 2012.
Are we talking about who won the Super Bowl? Joe Flacco. When the Ravens went, it was Colin Kaepernick versus Joe Flacco.
It was the Harbaugh Super Bowl.
And Joe Flacco went nuts that playoffs. As in, when I say go nuts, he literally was just throwing Hail Marys 14 times a game, and Anquan Bolden was finding a way to come down with him the whole time.
Jacoby Jones, yeah. So, I see both sides of the argument.
If you think, Joe, you can win another Super Bowl in this day and age with Joe Flacco, you lost your mind.
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl just 4 years ago?
Was Justin Herbert in the league? Was Patrick Mahomes playing? Was Lamar Jackson in the league?
Yes, Mahomes was playing that year. That's the year the Patriots.
No, I don't think so. No,
it wasn't. Kansas City.
Do you know how many great quarterbacks are in the NFL right now?
Was it that year?
You're not winning another championship, no Joe Flacco or no Nick Foles.
No. It wasn't.
The Patriots beat the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl that year. That was that incredible overtime game where there was 6 touchdowns in a row, all of them running backs when you had Tom Brady versus Pat Mahomes. None of the quarterbacks were throwing touchdowns.
Those are all passing teams.
Look that up.
Those are passing teams. And then Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles will never win another Super Bowl again.
We'll see.
You'll never find it.
Was that 2018?
You lost your mind. You've lost your mind completely.
Aaron Rodgers was still in the league.
Hold on, time out. Do you know who's in that division?
In what division?
Their division.
In the Ravens division?
Yes.
Yes, I'm fully aware. Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and Kenny the Goat Pickett.
I ain't know Joe Flacco still playing.
Nope.
Oh, that's Joe Flacco and Joe Burrow. I apologize.
I got to call an error. I'm on technical foul.
All right, what do you got?
So that Super Bowl that you're talking about, that you're referring to, the Eagles, Patrick Mahomes not in the league yet. That was in 2017. That was before he got drafted. So
who did the Patriots play the next year?
They played that's when they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl when Sean McVay made it.
It was 12-3 or whatever.
It was 13-3, yes. Yeah,
13-3. When Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson, and you're going to have Tyler Huntley battle it out with them and build a team around him, and you're going to go to the Super Bowl with that. And then you got Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. You got to play Justin Herbert, Josh Allen.
Who was in the Super Bowl, or who was in the NFC Championship last year? Freaking Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Trash can Dan.
And what did they win?
They got to the freaking NFC Championship.
What did they win?
Farther than Lamar Jackson.
What up, Tom? Okay. We're ending this topic. Enough. All right, enough. I say enough.
I win.
All right, on to the next one.
God dang it, enough. I will mute you. Say enough. All right. I see both sides of the spectrum. Tim's take was very, very spicy. And I understand what Jarris is saying with having a franchise quarterback and not wanting him to walk. I understand it happened in Washington already. All right. God darn it. We get it.
Yep.
The next daggone topic. Jamar Chase. Offensive Rookie of the Year. 1,400 yards. Playing the Super Bowl. Toasted daggone Jalen Ramsey and took him to school. Is saying that he's better than his former LSU teammate and Pro Bowl wide receiver, 3,000 yards in his career already, Justin Jefferson. So my question to you two is, who is the better wide receiver today? and who be the next? Who be the better wide receiver in 5 years from now? I'm going to start with Tim.
The better receiver is Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson. He had 13 touchdowns in his only 7, and they both have good quarterback play, and they have both good receivers around them, and they have both good run games around them. So both guys have teams around them. This is actually guys that we can completely compare. And Jamar Chase had the better season. There's a reason he went pick number 5 and Justin Jefferson went pick number 24 or whatever it was. And he went pick number 5 without even playing an entire season in college because he opted out. So this guy is a super talented receiver. He could do it all. Go up and get it. He could run every route. He could do anything you ask him to do. Justin Jefferson's a stud, but he ain't Jamar Chase. And I bet Jamar Chase has a better second year than Justin Jefferson's second year, who had 1,600 yards, Justin Jefferson did, on 108 catches for only 10 touchdowns. Jamar Chase in his rookie year had more touchdowns and just as many yards as his rookie year.
I thought Jamar had 1,400 yards last year.
Sorry, I was talking about his rookie year, just as many yards in their rookie seasons.
Oh, okay.
But yet twice the touchdowns in their rookie year. I think Jamar Chase is going to continue to rise. He also has a better quarterback in the long haul, and he has other weapons around him. Jamar Chase is incredible.
4-5. Your turn, Jairus.
You muted him.
The other guy plays with two other.
I muted you. I didn't unmute you. Kick out your thoughts, sir.
Thank you for leading me to my point. One guy has Joe Burrow and 2 other receivers who can go for 1,000 yards. The other guy has Kirk Cousins and the old aging Adam Thielen. So, of course, by default, it's going to be easier for Jamar Chase. That's number 1.
Adam Thielen.
Justin Jefferson is doing what he's doing with Kirk Cousins.
The disrespect of Adam Thielen. Who's better, Adam Thielen or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
Stop.
Right now?
T. Higgins.
Adam Thielen had like 15 touchdowns last year or something. Like, he's incredible.
Oh, my God.
Let's look this up.
He was a touchdown magnet. The dude is amazing. Even at 31 years old or whatever he is, I'm still taking Adam Thielen. He is top notch.
These are Adam Thielen statistics from last year. 67 receptions, 726 yards, 10 touchdowns, 10.8 yards,
okay.
10.8 yards per catch. And T. Higgins was a 1,000-yard receiver last year. And he's younger.
I'm taking Adam Thielen.
Obviously,
I'm taking T. Higgins.
By the way, Tyler Boyd had over 800 yards last year. So that's almost.
If I have one season, I'm taking.
That's almost 2,000 yards receivers on your roster. Playing with you.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And who the heck is the other guy that they had? C.J. Uzomah.
C.J. Uzomah, the tight end.
Come on, bro. It's not even Justin Jefferson by a mile.
Conklin played well last year.
And I like Jamar Chase. But he ain't Justin Jefferson by no means, no stretch of the imagination. I'm sorry, not sorry. He's not Justin Jefferson. Give Justin Jefferson Joe Burrow and 2 other 1,000 yards receivers. And we'll see just what happens.
Dude, switch teams and they both still fry.
I disagree with that.
There is nothing to disagree with. That's just a fact.
So
Kirk Cousins is still a 4,400-yard quarterback with 35 touchdowns.
Joe Burrow is up here. Kirk Cousins is down here. So you have this quarterback that just took you to a Super Bowl versus one guy who's not even will never sniff a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow
was not that much better than Kirk Cousins.
He will never sniff a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins.
If you're talking about one season, Joe Burrow in the regular season was not that much better than Kirk Cousins, if at all.
Jamar Chase should have better stats than freaking Justin Jefferson. Look who he's playing with.
You're acting like he played with nobody.
He ain't playing with 2,000 yards receivers.
He's playing with another guy that could get 1,015 touchdowns in a year if he plays the whole season without injury. And he has an incredible run game with Dalvin Cook, and he has a competent quarterback. You're acting like he's playing with Jimmy Garoppolo or some trash dude. Kirk Cousins is more than capable of putting up numbers and giving you a great season. It's like Matt Stafford is not a top 5 quarterback in the league, but he's more than capable of making Calvin Johnson and Cooper Kupp lead the league in receiving yards.
Nobody on earth would take what Justin Jefferson has over what Jamar Chase has.
That's fine. I'm not saying that you would have to take one over the other.
Benefits from that.
It's not like it's that out of
benefits from having what he has.
But it's not like Justin Jefferson has nothing to benefit off of. You're acting like
compared to what Justin Jefferson has, it's significantly better than what he has. Significant. The quarterback.
The future, yes. In the future, like as
even in the present.
Goes, no, last year, it's not.
Joe Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes twice coming back down. Kirk Cousins was never.
Yeah, but you know why? Because he was throwing prayers to Jamar Chase all game. Jamar Chase was catching it over anybody that was covering him.
So now you saying Jamar Chase made Joe Burrow?
Oh, no, he won those Kansas City games.
Joe Burrow won those Kansas City games.
Joe Burrow is amazing. I love Joe Burrow.
Kirk Cousins would never have come close to that. You lost your mind. Jefferson.
He can't win games.
Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in football.
Jared's got this one too. That's fine. I don't care.
And he's the best receiver in football. And I don't just give that and hand that out. I don't give that and hand that out easily. Justin Jefferson is that dude. He's the best receiver in football, and he's doing it. What you're saying is
there's no way Jamar Chase could even prove that wrong. It's impossible.
Whoa.
Maybe he could. Maybe.
Whoa.
But you're just gonna say, "Oh, of course he should be doing that because he's on a better team." Like it's impossible for Jamar Chase.
He should though. It's not more impressive than what Justin Jefferson is doing. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not more impressive. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the football right now.
I just got to hear.
Justin Jefferson.
I need to hear the boldness.
Justin Jefferson is incredible. JJ has size 2. He's 1 inch taller and he's lighter. Come on, expert. He's 1 inch taller.
JJ,
and you tell me Jamar Chase can't go over top of somebody and go after and get the ball. The guy he could jump out the freaking stadium.
He's okay at it.
He's an incredible contested catch.
He's okay.
The gym.
And I think he was like top in drops last year, somewhere in top in drops.
That was in the preseason.
No, I'm talking about in the regular season too.
This topic's been really, really spicy. I appreciate all the spice in this.
Give me JJ at 1.
Give me Jamar.
That's fine.
Which one?
All right, look, Holmes, look, enough. All right. This topic has been put to a close. Jairus, that was spicy as hell. I'm gonna give you credit. That was caliente. That was spicy. And Tim, that was a very compelling argument. But
I win. It's fine. Move on.
Next topic. Jairus went too far to no more receiving the league thing.
I mean, he's up there.
I'm about to get it to Mr. Tim.
Wow.
Of course I won. It's not even a debate.
Don't talk.
You had me.
Don't talk to me about no Devontae Adams.
You was able to talk. You had me until you said Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in football. That's when I had to stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't be the best. You're not even better than the guy that we're talking about.
Who's the best? Who?
Bro,
Jamar Chase.
Know who it is, bro. 17, bro.
Cooper.
The guy that plays with a Hall of Fame quarterback. The guy that played with a Hall of Fame quarterback who's the greatest thrower in history. That guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. What?
Okay.
I don't want to start an argument, but what receiver that was worth a darn that's on that team?
Bruh, I'm tired of hearing that discussion. They had other receivers on that team that actually came in and played a role and helped out. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Devontae, bro. Be honest. Justin Jefferson had Adam Thielen.
Devontae's not even better than DeAndre.
Ooh, that's your guy too. That is your guy.
D-Hop.
That is your guy.
I give it to Justin Jefferson for what? Because out of everybody, he has the worst quarterback. And he's putting up better numbers than those dudes. That's why I gave it to Justin Jefferson. D-Hop will always be my number one from start to finish, from what he had to endure with trash throughout his career and still doing what he did. Mm-hmm. But Justin Jefferson, I got to give it to him because his quarterback play does not equate to anything. Is it Josh Allen? Capable. Answer the question. Is it Josh Allen?
It doesn't have to be.
Just answer the question.
No, it's not Josh Allen.
Is it Justin Herbert?
Nope.
Is it Matthew Stafford?
Nope.
Okay, then. He's doing what he's doing with Kirk Cousins. Those guys are doing what they're doing with top quarterbacks.
Kirk Cousins usually is a top 10.
Don't hit me now. I want to hear that about Kirk Cousins. There are guys doing it with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. He don't got that.
He still has a very competent quarterback.
Get Devontae over there. Let me see what he do.
Stud.
Trash. And he's going to be trash with the Raiders. Devontae ain't getting over 900 yards.
What you mean?
He ain't getting over 900 yards.
Who's better, Kirk or
you talking wild now.
He ain't getting over 900 yards. Devontae Adams will not get over 900 yards in Oakland.
Bruh.
Book it.
Crazy?
Book it.
All right, next topic.
Hunter Renfrow will have more receiving yards than Devontae Adams.
Oh, you tweaking now, Shorty.
I love it.
You tweaking.
I love it.
You are tweaking. We're moving on to the next topic. You're tweaking. We're going to the next topic. You are bugging right now.
Book it.
Hilarious stuff.
Next.
But you're bugging.
Book it.
Okay, I can't wait until he eat. Next we have Jimmy Garoppolo. We just bought this bum up. We brought this bum. And where should Jimmy Garoppolo get moved to? And is Trey Lance allegedly struggling? And if he is, should they keep Jimmy Garoppolo or should they actually still trade him? I'm going to start with Jairus.
Yeah, start with the GOAT.
Okay, then I'll go.
Ain't nobody who you trade. The 49ers are idiots. Let's just make that clear. Because who wants him? Who needs Jimmy Garoppolo right now? Like, how much he got left on his contract? Like $20 million or something? Who wants that?
$25 million.
Jimmy, they stupid. That's their fault. He's irrelevant to me. Trey Lance, okay. Roger, I'm glad you're in here. Listen, I'm so sick and tired of these stupid coaches baby-fying these players. We're going to sit him. I don't sit him for what? He's not going to learn anything sitting on the bench. He needs to be in the game, making mistakes and learning from those mistakes, watching tape. He can't put any tape out on the field if he's on the bench. What is he learning? The playbook? Okay, throw him out there. I'm tired of hearing, he's not doing this in practice. When he got in the game last year, he obviously looked pretty darn good to me. Okay, when he did get a chance. Throw him out there. I'm tired of hearing all this jibber jabber. He ready or not, throw him out there. Throw this dude into the wolves. Let him sink or swim. Period. End of discussion. I'm tired of hearing it. Oh, he needs to sit. He needs to do this. He's not ready. You will never be able to tell if he's ready unless you throw him into the fire. Unless you want to run it back with Jimmy. And if he ain't better than Jimmy, why you move up to pick him? Stupid. That's my thoughts on it.
Ready or not, here I come.
I actually completely agree with Derek on the Trey Lance front of you have to play him. If you can't succeed in Kyle Shanahan's offense, who is one of the best at making an offense fit around the players, like RG3 was so tremendous because of Kyle Shanahan, right? Like he is the best at doing. Jimmy G is only in the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl because of Kyle Shanahan. All right. If you can't succeed in that offense, then you need to get out the freaking league. All right. But I think Trey Lance is a tremendous athlete that he will survive. Even if he has some growing pains with throwing the football and understanding how to read a defense, he can do plenty with his legs and his mobility and different ways of handing the ball off. Go with the read option. Do whatever you need to do to get Trey Lance to continue to just be on the field and see the speed of the NFL and understand more of football by playing football, not sitting with the clipboard, watching Jimmy G regressing because Jimmy G ain't showing you anything, okay? Jimmy G is going to be a negative on your ability to play football in the future. As far as trading him, good luck. You're not trading him to anybody. You got to cut him, let him loose, and Jimmy G may not even get picked up by a team. All right, the only team that maybe has a chance would be a team in your division, which would be the Seahawks if they decide not to trust in Drew Lock, which we all know that I love Drew Lock. But that's where I sit there. Jimmy G is not going to be traded anywhere because nobody wants that contract. Nobody is sending them anything worth anything. You may get a 7th rounder if you're lucky for him just to I don't even know why. You're not getting anything for Jimmy G. He has shown time in and time out. He is not a premier quarterback. He is not going to get you anywhere. You're done.
I completely agree with you too. Trey Lance needs to play now. All this, he's not ready. All right, so we're gonna read this comment from Yuki. So I'm going to read this one. Trey Lance ain't ready to start. I seen it in the camp. He ain't ready. He's struggling. I feel like we're moving on from Jimmy Garoppolo too quick. We gotta keep Jimmy, so have him start. So I'm gonna say this very, very briefly, and I'm gonna get this out. out of the way very quickly. I don't want to waste too much time because we had the GOATs talking. I don't want to waste their time. Look, Jimmy Garoppolo's due $25 million this year. His last on his deal. If you don't trade him now, he's gonna walk next year for nothing. You're not gonna get a compensatory pick because you're not gonna play him this year. You want to play Trey Lance, obviously. And the less Jimmy Garoppolo plays, the less you're gonna get a compensatory draft pick. So why in the heck are you gonna keep this man on the roster for $25 million when you can go ahead?
You ain't getting no compensatory pick for Jimmy. That's a joke. You ain't getting nothing.
A 6th rounder. I don't think no one in a 6th rounder you're gonna get for Jimmy Garoppolo.
You ain't getting nothing.
I think you might get a 6th rounder
because he's going to be paid only like $5 million or something stupid. Like he's not going to make any money anywhere else.
So my thing is this though: if a quarterback gets hurt, which I think they're smart enough to hold until they see if someone got hurt, makes sense. He will be gone.
Most backups are better than Jimmy.
He will be gone.
Experts of Browns fan, he's wanting Jacoby Brissett. I would take Jacoby Brissett over Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think you went too far. But all right, look. He'll be gone August 30th, whether Yuki likes it or not. Whether Niners fans like it or not, he'll be cut August 30th. I'm done talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a bum. Let's move on.
All right.
Final topic for tonight. We got a little quarterback battle down there in the North Kakalaki in Charlotte, North Carolina, between the number 1 and number 3 pick overall in the 2018 NFL draft on the same team, fighting for a starting job. You got Sam, the peanut head Darnold, versus Baker, the chestnut head Mayfield. Is Baker Mayfield a lock to start week 1 versus his former Cleveland Browns? If so, why or why not? I'm going to start with Tim.
Honestly, I think so, because I think Sam Darnold was a disgrace last year. He just wasn't very good. And I don't think they're going back to him. I don't think that Matt Corral would be ready by week 1. I do like Corral, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to be ready, and they're going to just continue. They're going to ride with Baker Mayfield. And if Sam Darnold beats out Baker Mayfield, that is such an indictment on Baker Mayfield on every level. So, yeah, Baker is going to start week 1 in Carolina.
Man, you shaking bait. You shaking bait. Tired of disrespect. But I still don't even think he should be the starter there.
Who should be the starter?
Matt Corral should be the starter there.
Ooh.
Perfect. If the Panthers can stay healthy, Matt Corral is the perfect quarterback for them. Fresh O-line finally. If it's a big if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy with Chuba Herbert, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, all of the Tommy Tributaries, all of them, put Matt Corral back there. He's gonna take you to where you need to be. That's what I want to see. As a matter of fact, bold prediction, Matt Corral will be somewhere in there by week 5. Now take that to your bank.
Matt Corral was a high IQ football player. Watching him in Ole Miss, I actually liked him. He did a great job using his head to move safeties, using the pump fake. He was accurate in mid to intermediate. I think the deep ball was where he was a little bit struggling, but I liked him.
And they don't got Arnold. Do they? No, they traded him.
No, Dan Arnold's in Jacksonville.
Dang it. I like Dan Arnold.
He's in Tommy Trimble, but they also have Marshall, right? The one.
They got Miles. I don't know why. Matt Corral is the dude and I love Shake and Bake. I want Shake and Bake to succeed, but I like Matt Corral more.
Right.
And I just think Matt Corral was that dude for them.
Any chance he starts week 1?
No.
Sure.
Unless he just freaking outshines them in preseason. Like he has to outshine them. Well, we about you know what? I put that in my video so I can see it. Matt Corral versus Sam Howell is something I'm definitely watching for and I'm excited about this coming Saturday. That is going to be amazing for me.
That's in my thumbnail. So
Corral versus Howell. Who got drafted first? Corral, right?
And y'all know my boy coming Friday. My boy play on Friday too, so you know I'm in there.
Desmond Ridder.
You best believe it.
To Drake London.
Oh, that connection is
the worst quarterback receiving duo in the league.
You a hater.
You a hater.
That's gonna be now. I can't wait. Pro Tech gonna owe me some money because I need it too.
You're not winning that bet, bro. Command's about to go in there and destroy them boys. Stop it.
Okay. I'm ready to drop about 3-4 touchdown the line. I don't hit nothing.
He would still get injured. What's up, Bod? Awesome. Well, great show, boys.
So I think that's about it. Yeah, if that's about it, if that's the show, guys, that is that's the Uncut Show, episode 2. Shout out to Tim and Jairus for their wonderful debates. Jairus had some very hot takes tonight. Very appreciated.
And mark it down and put me on record.
So he said Devontae is not going to get 1,000 yards. I can't wait to laugh.
Hunter Renfrow will get more receiving yards than him.
I can't wait.
I can see more catches, but not more receiving yards.
More receiving yards than him.
I can't wait to laugh at that. Also, Tim saying that Jamar chased better Justin Jefferson. I think that's hilarious. But also, not too far-fetched. It's a really, really, really lit show tonight. Jairus basically saying Lamar Jackson next $300 million quarterback. And Tim said, hell no. That's also fun.
Whoever pays Lamar Jackson just may as well just forfeit all your games because you ain't winning the Super Bowl anyway.
Okay,
what's the point?
If that's the case, so should the Chiefs. So should
Agreed.
So should the Broncos.
Actually, Kansas City's deal with Pat Mahomes was the best team-friendly deal I've seen in a while. Until he gets like $59 million, but it's so far down the road, maybe that won't be a big deal. Because if Pat Mahomes didn't take that, not to get in a whole new debate, but if he didn't take that contract and he only got paid like 4 to 5 years at a time instead of 12, he probably would have made $700-800 mil instead of only 500.
You do realize that when it's time for Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow, they're getting close to $300 to $400 million, right?
And then that team will
understand
the Super Bowl. Like they won't win for a while.
They'll be worth the money.
If you don't win a Super Bowl, are they worth the money?
You're worth the money. That's the kind of player you are. You're worth the money.
What's the goal? If you are a GM, what's your goal?
I do not care.
What's your goal? What's your goal?
Okay, let him walk.
What's your goal as a GM? What are you trying to do?
Let me tell you this. You're not going to win a Super Bowl anyway because if I'm not paying him top dollar, he's leaving. So my best bet is to pay him because that gives me the best chance to win. Otherwise, he's leaving and I'm rebuilding and I won't be anywhere in years. So I should pay him.
And you won't win a Super Bowl. Congrats.
Okay. Well, you won't win a Super Bowl if he leaves.
All right, so that's what
that money. You want to be cheap with it? No, pay him top dollar.
I want to be smart, high IQ.
Yeah, well, hey, you will be rebuilding for a long time.
That's fine.
Okay, so that's what to end the show.
Hi, buddy. It was fun.
Nice debate to end the show. That was very hysterical.
John Allen's overpaid. Since we want to do that, he shouldn't be paid $18 million. John Allen, you heard it here first. Tim said it. John Allen is not a max player. He said it himself. You heard it here first. Don't pay these tackles over $18 million a year. Tim said it.
He didn't even get 18.
We're ending the show.
All right, bye.
God darn it.
Who said it?
I didn't say it. The show. Stop. Mute you again. God Dang it. Shoot. Back
All right.
on.
End it. Let's do it.
So we got to subscribe to all three of us. Subscribe to Jarris at the corner. The corner. Please subscribe to Tim and the Tim Sports Talk. One of the best play-by-play Washington Commanders YouTuber out there on these YouTube streets. And also, subscribe to the Protect Sports Network. You ain't done so. You know what I'm saying? Road to pre-K on the way. And shout out to everybody that commented in the comment section down below. Appreciate y'all. Please subscribe on all three of our channels. It'll be in the description down in all of our live streams that are streamed tonight on the Uncut channel, also on Tim's channel, and also my own channel.
Matter of fact, it's like, all y'all in here, go subscribe to the Uncut channel right now. JT&P Uncut. Go subscribe to the freaking channel. Y'all sitting here watching. You've been sitting here for a break. Go subscribe to the channel.
It's 20 y'all in the building. Hit that sub button.
My corner, not yours.
Smash that thing. Smash that sub button. Share these debates with your friends and family so they can join the Uncut family. And also all three of our channels as well individually. You guys, be easy, be safe, be blessed. We will catch you guys on the next JT&P Uncut.
Hit the outro.
I'll be easy, man. Until next time. Peace, love, and blessings to all y'all, man. Y'all be easy on these streets, bro.